Hey baby. Happy Valentine's Day. I gotta check the date sometime, sorry. Happy Valentine's Day, March 3rd. Happy Father's Day to me, March 3rd, 2022. I don't talk much about religion. I don't talk a lot about politics. I'll talk a lot about sex and relationships. Even at your age now, obviously there's absolutely no understanding of all of that, politics or sex and relationships. But as you get older and as you become an adult, there will be a lot of talk. You'll be exposed to it. You'll be experiencing it. You'll be learning about it in school. You'll be learning about it on the streets and from your friends, and I mean everything. But one of the things I don't talk about much, and this is just my personal opinion, you can develop your own, is religion. I really don't bring that up. To me, that's like the most personal thing. There is nothing more personal than that. Your political views are actually a civic duty, so those should be public, in my opinion. Some people don't agree with that because they feel it inspires arguments, and I think arguments are healthy. Sex and relationships are pretty private, but at the same time, they're something that everyone experiences, believe it or not, in fairly similar ways. Sex is a function of the body, and everyone who has a body has sexual function of some kind, or sexual dysfunction. Relationships are a function of being human, and doing good things in those relationships, making healthy choices in those relationships, and adopting and focusing on very useful tools within relationships like communication, endearment, kind-heartedness, kindness. Those are all things that all humans need to know about and need. So I could see discussing sex and relationships in public. But God is something totally different, and I think His presence in this universe, the way that He exists in this universe, I guess some people would say if He exists, by its nature, His mysterious presence, His observed silence, and that means that maybe He's not silent. It's important to think about. Kind of compels one to say, well, every single person must have a very private view and a private relationship and a private commune and communication with God, or not have a private one, whichever you choose. But if you have one, it's got to be private. It is as individual as you can be. More individual than your thumbprints, your fingerprints, your retinas, your DNA. It's more individual than that. It's as individual, I guess, at least as your DNA, but we even share that from both of our parents, like you share some of my DNA, my dear daughter. And so religion it should, in my opinion, it should be extremely private. There's no way you could talk about, and I don't know how ministers do it. I guess your grandpa, my father, thought I should be a minister because I care and I talk a lot. If it's just those two things, then I guess it would have worked great. I also have faith of some kinds, but I also have a strong belief that no one's interested in my opinion on religion and God, and nor should they be. They got their own. So mine isn't better or worse than theirs. Nonetheless, I will tell you, sorry, these have been some very difficult days, that the older I get, the more I talk to God. And I guess it's because I got so much to say. And that's important to do. It's important to at times talk about God as well, so that you can better understand yourself and your relationship with Him by learning about the relationships and comparing the relationships that others have with Him. And so I hope you do that. I hope you are able in your life to develop that relationship and to know when to do it, when to have those conversations with other humans, other people in public, with friends, loved ones, family, and when not to, and when just to remain private. Every relationship's different. Every relationship is special. There is never the same love twice, not between you and I and some other daddy and his daughter, and not between you and your mother and your mother and I, and not between God and myself and you and God. Every relationship is different. There is never the same love twice. That's including us, and I wanted to share that with you today. March 3rd, Valentine's Day, because there is love between us. There's no doubt about that. And Father's Day, because I am your father.